welcome back to my channel and to another Slimming World check-in. So this one is so close to the other one, but I'll be really honest, December and January have been a bit of a mishmash. It's been really busy and I just didn't have time to upload and edit the December one in time for the end of December, so here we are. But never mind, it's all inspo, it's all healthy chat, it's all that kind of stuff. So if you've not joined me before, my name is Kath. Hi, I have lost 2 stone, 4.5 pounds with Slimming World. I am now a Target member, which means I have met my target. I have lost all the weight I want to lose. Now I'm on a journey to maintain the weight. So obviously that comes with its challenges. So that's what we're going to discuss. And I'm going to do some cutaways of meals that we've made, that I've eaten, some real talk about going out to eat and my birthday weekend and all that kind of stuff, preparing for nights out. How do you do that when you're slimming? It's difficult. So guys, let's get into some real talk about weight loss. As always, little trigger warning, I will be discussing weight loss. I will be talking about how to lose weight. If that's something that's triggering to you, please maybe step away from this video, go watch one of my other videos, and I'll see you again soon. For those that are interested, let's just crack right on, shall we? So, I am filming this ahead of time, obviously. I have just had my birthday weekend. Those meals will be coming up in the next Slimming World update because they haven't happened yet, but I know where I'm going, I know what I'm having, pretty much. So that's what I want to talk about. So all through January, I have been aware that the end of January, I'm going to be going out a lot and I could be in that kind of danger zone of gaining some weight. So I like to prepare. That's kind of what I do. So I've got all my meals written down of what I've been doing in January. So let's get into those, shall we? So on a Monday, I tend to really fancy a burger and chips. I don't know why, it's just a thing. I think because Mondays at work are always really busy. It's the first day of getting up early, it's dark here, it's so cold. At the moment today, it is going to be 2 degrees top temperature, it's -2 at the moment, and it's like 3:30 in the afternoon, so it's ridiculous temperatures here. So I just fancy stodge. And obviously when you're slimming, this is like a dangerous situation because you might just pick up the phone, get a Deliveroo, get a McDonald's, do whatever. So it's good to have those items in the house. I have always got the Asda plant-based burgers in my freezer, always, with an emergency roll. Because I am trying to like minimize my carbs, I take one roll out and I let it defrost, and then that night I'll have it with burger, that sort of thing. So on this particular night, I had a cheeseburger with sweet potato fries, and I made my own sweet potato fries the Slimming World way. So what that means is I just get my sweet potato, peel it, chop it into chips, then I parboil the potato chips for about 3 to 4 minutes, not very long. While they're parboiling, I preheat my air fryer. Then I drain the chips, put them onto a kitchen towel and like just get as much of the moisture out of them as I can. Then I pop them in the air fryer, spray them with Fry Light, give them a shake, chuck them in for 10 minutes, give them another shake, another 10 minutes. They are good to go. The hamburgers I just put into the oven. They are 1 sin each. And if you use your wholemeal roll as your healthy extra B, this meal is 2.5 sins if you want ketchup and sauces and things, just add the sauces on top. So this is a really good alternative if you are struggling to just that little nagging thing in your ear that's like, get McDonald's, get Burger King, get whatever it is that niggles you. It's a really good way to stamp it out. Now for lunches this particular week, or this particular month, I have been not sticking to plan 100%, but as much as being on plan as I can, because I'm maintaining, I am allowed different things. So 3 times a week, I'm allowed 30 sins, and every day I'm allowed 2 extra healthy extras. So I can have more bread, or I can have more cheese, or I can have more milk, or whatever that is. So I tend to stick to those things. I don't go over the 30 sins. I really try not to. If I do, it's because of wine. So my weekends, let's say those are my sin days. So during the week, if I'm not going out or anything, I just stick 100% to plan. So this particular month, most weeks I have been having this for lunch. And this is a salad with cooked honey roast ham, just from Asda, so that's free. The salad is obviously free. Boil some mini potatoes, so they're obviously free. And the only thing I have a Heinz balsamic spray, like a salad dressing. So 10 sprays of that is half a sin. So I'll put a picture here of it. So I use that, and I do use the Asda 73% less fat salad cream. So my whole lunch is, I think, 1 sin. So that's my lunch. And obviously, because it's got a lot of SP in it, which is your salad stuff, it keeps you fuller for longer, and it's really low in fat. It's brilliant. So I've been having that for my lunches. So in the evenings, I am quite hungry. So on this particular day, and I have this like twice a week once I have the jar, and this is the Asda Free From green pesto. Now, the reason I stick to vegan stuff or free from stuff is that I'm allergic to lactose, so I'm allergic to cow's milk, so I can't have normal yogurts, normal milks, all that kind of stuff. So the green pesto for me is brilliant. I have 2 tablespoons of it, which is half the jar, with half a tin of black sliced olives. I think that's around 5.5 to 6 sins. So it's quite high in sins, but as we've established, I have had no sins during the day, so I'm good for that. And they're savvy sins. Green pesto isn't that bad. It's probably higher in sins because it's got oil in it, like olive oil in it, that sort of thing. So this is where my mind goes when it comes to sins. It's not like I'm eating 2 bars of chocolate. The sins that I'm having are from good, wholesome food, so I don't feel guilty about those, and I stay within my sins anyway, so all good. So that week, I just had the ham salads for lunch. I'm not going to bore you with that every day. So then in the evenings, what I did on the Sunday night, I thought to myself, I love a bit of pasta, and if I'm having salad in the daytime, I don't have pesto pasta every day because those sins do rack up. So I decided to batch make my own tomato pasta sauce, but a massive, massive batch of it. And do you know what? It was the best idea ever. The recipe that I used was from the Slimming World website, and it was delicious. I added a couple of extra little bits. I put some Worcester sauce in it and some chili flakes to give it a bit of heat. But what I did every night was I would come home, I had this big vat of pasta sauce made. I would cook my dried pasta. While that's doing, I would slowly reheat the pasta sauce, but I would add things to it like corn mince. I would put corn mince in it to make like a bolognese, or I would put some the vegan meatballs in the oven and then just throw them in at the end to make like a meatball pasta. So it wouldn't be the most boring, repetitive thing every day. And you know what? It was great. I'm going to do that again. The recipe's so simple. I'll leave it listed below. It took me about 40 minutes from start to finish to make the whole batch of pasta sauce. And every day I had a meal that took 10 minutes. It was absolute genius on my part, if I do say so myself. This must be a weekend because my boyfriend cooks everything at the weekends, and we use everything pretty much from the Take 5 books. If you are a Slimming World member, you will know the books, you'll have seen them in club. Honestly, get them, they're brilliant. Each recipe only has 5 ingredients, and they're usually quite quick recipes as well, so get on board with that. We had the courgette Boston bake, which was delightful. It's one of our favourites. He does it quite a lot, and it's really hearty and warm. As I've told you, it's really, really cold here, so most welcome for anything that's hot. And then he did the pork and apple balls with sweet corn and spring onions. These are definitely one of my favourites. The taste of the turkey and the apple together is just absolutely lovely. So yeah, this is a firm favourite in our house, and we wash it down with a bottle of red wine because we can. Then one day I found this, I had a plan to make beans on toast at work for my breakfast. Because it's cold, I want a hot breakfast now. I'd gotten bored of my overnight oats, and I fell into this accidental sandwich that was just delightful. I'd forgotten my baked beans. I was in a rush on the Monday morning. I grabbed everything out of the fridge, and I left my beans in the cupboard. I was mortified. And I thought, no, hang on a minute, let's have a look and see what I've got here. We can do something. So I get the Kingsmill no crust bread, because 3 slices of that is your healthy extra B. 3 slices. So what I do is I have 2 slices for breakfast. So with this sandwich, obviously I had 2 slices of bread. I made scrambled eggs in the microwave at work, and I took some of the ham from my salad that week and put it in. So I had a ham and egg sandwich. I put a bit of brown sauce on it, which was half a sin. And I toasted the bread, most important, toasted the bread. It was delicious. I had that twice more that week, and it's free. If you sin the half a sin for the brown sauce. And then what I do is when I have that sweet itch during the afternoon, I then use the extra slice from the healthy extra B. I toast 1 slice and put a bit of jam on it, which is half a sin. It takes away the craving and you don't have to use any extra sins. It's brilliant. So I highly recommend that Kingsmill no crust bread. Then I went to my mum's and she made a roast chicken dinner, not a Slimming World friendly versions. This is my off-plan evening. So that's where my 30 extra sins, or my 30 sins, not extra, sorry, my 30 sins came in. So I had that. Then I met my friend for dinner and she's doing Slimming World as well. So we had a Slimming World friendly meal at Nando's. If you're not aware, the Nando's butterfly chicken, if you have it plain-ish, which is the spice that you choose, it's 2.5 sins. Also, the spicy rice, the regular size, is 2.5 sins. So I have the plain chicken, the spicy rice, and I have the Nando's side salad, which is obviously free. So you can go out for dinner and have a full meal for 5 sins. My friend got a Diet Coke. I just had water because I'd had 2 Diet Cokes that day and just didn't feel like I needed any more fizzy drinks. But obviously Diet Coke's free, so if you get the free-flowing Diet Coke, your whole night out is 5 sins, which is brilliant. Then I went back and I had the green pesto and olives again for my dinner. This month was a little bit samey because I just really just love the same things. I don't know if you do this as well, but I eat the same things over and over again until I get bored of them. And I have a good long break and I come back to them again. So that's kind of what happened here, and it was just easy peasy. Didn't have to think about it. So I had that again. Then this weekend we had my boyfriend made the tagine from the Take 5 book, which is like a chicken tagine. It was lovely. We're having that again tonight as well. Then on Saturday was an off-plan day. We went to Westfield shopping and went to Byron Burger. I had a double burger with chips and a side salad. It was brilliant. I don't mind. I'd been good that whole week. I'd lost 2.5 pounds the week before. I didn't weigh in last week because I genuinely didn't have time. I was out to dinner with my friend on Wednesday. I can go to an alternate club on a Thursday, but I had to edit my video for Sunday, and I just thought, it's a different club, different scales, different floor. I know that sounds stupid, but if I'd have gained weight or something, I'd have been livid. I prefer to go to the one place and do everything there. So as I'm a Target member, I don't have to weigh in every week, so I didn't bother. So I will find out this week. But again, this week, I'm doing the salad thing again because my birthday's on Sunday, so next Monday. So I'm going out Friday and Monday for dinners and lunches, so I know that it's going to be quite a heavy weekend, so I'm doing salads and stuff all week. Then today for lunch we had beef koftas, again from the Take 5 book. These were delicious and free of sin, so you know, it just goes to show you can eat perfectly. One of the comments I got on my last video that I posted that was Slim World related, a lady had put, I'm so glad to see that you eat normal food, it's not just salad, salad, salad. And I put on the comment like, oh God, no, if I had to only eat salad always, I would never have stuck to this. This is why for me, the Slimming World plan works, is because you can have anything. Nothing is off limits. You can tweak the things that you would normally have if you were just to go wild and have whatever you normally want. If you want to go wild and have what you can normally have, you can. Just pick straight up again, sin what you can. If you go over your sins, slap yourself in the wrist, scratch the itch, move on. And this is what I'm learning to do gradually. I'm learning to not beat myself up when I have a naughty lunch. Like yesterday, I had a double burger. It was so nice. But, you know, I'm not going to get fat from one burger. And today I've been to the gym. That was yesterday. I've been to the gym today. We're having an on-plan day. We're having wine tonight, but again, not a big deal. Sins are at 0 at this point of the day. So you know what? Swings and roundabouts. So when I talk about planning and my birthday weekend, this is what I'm talking about, and this is where my logic comes in. So stick with me. I'm going to explain. With Slimming World, or any diet, I think planning is key. If you're in a situation like me, and I've got to say, I work in an office, I have a kitchen there with like a microwave and a toaster, and there's a fridge and a freezer. So I'm lucky in that I can bring my lunches in. I drive to work, so certain days of the week, not every day, but I can bring all of my stuff in. I can bring in lunches for 2 or 3 days in one go. I can plan. So from that perspective, I'm very lucky and I get it. So this is where my logic comes in. When it comes to things or events, you know you can't stick to a plan. You know you're going to go off plan. There are 2 things you can do. First of all is plan in advance for that. So let's say next Monday is my birthday. Great. I know I'm going out for dinner on the Friday and I've got a lunch on the Saturday. So that's 2 days that are quite close together. So the week or 2 before that, I will keep my sins at a minimum. I will try and lose weight that I can lose, that I will be okay to put back on again. So at the moment for me, I am half a pound away from the lowest point of my target. With Slimming World, my target is my target. I can lose 3 pounds under that, or I can gain 3 pounds over that to stay within the Slimming World target. So right now, I'm a pound over the lowest point. So if I lost another pound, I would be under my target. So that's kind of where I like to stay, because then if like yesterday, I go for a big burger and chips, I'm not going to be mad at it, because even if I gain a pound, I'm still well under my target. You're not going to see it. It's going to be fine. So when I know I've got 2 meals coming up, and I can always choose savvier sins at the meal, I can swap things out. Like for example, we're going to our favourite Thai restaurant on the Friday before my birthday. I will have the massaman curry because it's my favourite thing. It's got cashew nuts in it and it's got sweet potato in it. So as it's got sweet potato in it, I won't get rice. I will get a starter and I'll get the fried calamari because it's amazing. So it's fried, so it's going to be sin heavy. So that's fine. But I just won't have extra rice where I don't need it. So that's my savvy kind of move. And yeah, so that's kind of where I think about stuff, and you have to think in advance. Look at the menu. If you're going somewhere, you look into a restaurant, look at the menu and sort of see what you can choose that might be Slimming World friendly or friendlier than what you would have normally had before, like 3 courses, whatever. When you go there, are you going to eat all of the food that you want and all of the drink that you want to drink? Or are you going to go for a Slimming World friendly meal, but have a couple of alcoholic drinks? Don't do both. These are the things. So as I'm maintaining, I take that with a pinch of salt. I'm a bit more lenient now. But when I was doing Slimming World, I would not touch alcohol on a night out. If I was going for dinner, I'd have a Slimming World friendly meal, as friendly as I could possibly make it, and no alcohol. So that's that. But that's kind of where I succeed with this, is I'm a planner. I'm serious about it. I'm focused about it. I love how I look now. I love how I feel now. I love the exercise my body can do. I love the weights that I can lift. I love the fact that I can do everything, fit into everything. It's what drives me forward. But I'd still want to enjoy a naughty meal. I still want to enjoy everything. And I can, knowing now that I have full control, because back in the day, I didn't really. When I really look at it, I would just have everything. I had no control over it. But now it's controlled. I can still enjoy everything, and I do not feel like I'm missing out on anything. But I think as an adult, you have to show a little restraint. I was basically like a kid in a sweet shop. If you'd imagine yourself at 7 or 8 years old and your parents filling your hands full of cash and saying, go on, have whatever you want in a sweet shop, that was me. And it was only that it never really caught up on me until I noticed it had caught up on me after lockdown. And that's where I'm at. So if you're serious about it, it can work. If you're serious about it, it will work. It all just takes some practice, and just don't beat yourself up too much. Be kind to yourself, because we're not, are we? We are our own worst critics. So be kind, give yourself what you want, but not too much. Guys, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you enjoyed this episode of my Slimming World update. I will give you another one at the end of February. We will talk about the weight gains and losses through January. But at the moment, we are all good. At this point in time, we are on target, under target, we are smashing it. So that's great. I will see you in my next video. Take care and have a great week.